Gentle and Ladybeards. Welcome to the last showcase of the item sets of Dungreed. Today we're going to take a look at the legendary sets, so to say. Just as usual, there will be no stat points. And we're going to fight hard mode Belial. This time not in the dungeon, in the boss rush. Mostly because we can take items into the boss rush, and the first shop sadly doesn't offer a legendary tier. Which means we will have to go into the dungeon. Being frozen eternally is a possibility in a world of coldness. As a weapon we have Nostrand. It's a not so great spear. The attack is alright, the attack animation is decent. You do cold damage, which slows enemies down. It increases the effect of coldness and of dash damage. So it's a alright weapon, as I've said. Then we have the Frost Joker. Well, additional damage to frozen enemies, great. And the Whisper, which summons a frozen spear that just whooshes through the field. Lovely. The set gives you ice walls that can be destroyed by enemy attacks, and well, the splinters deal damage. It's truthfully not a great set, and it seems that the swords don't count. Oh well. As you can see, the ice shards can do a lot of damage. But, well, there are definitely better sets. Maybe if there was the fact that the shield destroys itself after a certain amount of time. Just so that we could make more use of the recharge, but overall, it's not that great of a set. Especially because you need 3 items. Frost Joker is easy to find, Veluspa can get hard to find, so... Well, if you like it, you like it, if not, then not. Is it hot in here, or is it the demonic items I have in my hands? We are taking a look at the Ahriman set. It consists of the Salamander's Eye, one of the very early game ranged weapons you can get, and well, it's pretty decent. The fire rate is not that great, but it has good damage for its well time, and you get some burn damage. Then we have the Demon Hand. 50 points of power, offhand, excellent item. That -2 min damage is not that great, but the 5 points of max damage, well, they even it out very easily. And you get the nifty skill. You can create a stationary fireball. And that is very good against certain bosses. Then we have the Demon Boots. They leave a trail of fire and they increase your burn damage. Those 4 points of defense are an extra option. You tend to see that on items of the rarity or higher. And well, the set effect increases the reload speed and the attack speed drastically. Not one of the sets I use often, mostly because, well, the items to use it are not that easy to get. But once I get it, I'm very happy with it. After all, this is without any stat increases. You just melt the boss. Increased burn damage you can do, increase the skill cooldown. And yes, this is definitely a set I say you can make good use of. And even if not, the Demon Boots are fun to use. And the Demon Hand is excellent, as I've already said. This is one offhand you love to see. The next set is a match made in heaven. We have the Angel set. As the weapon component, we have the Lightbringer, very high damage, charge weapon, and it ignores defense. Very good weapon in my opinion. And then we have the wings, which is practically a contender for best item in the game for practically everybody. I don't think I've ever heard someone say that the wings in this game are not that good. The best item in the game, in my opinion. And well, the set makes it so that the charge speed of the Lightbringer is increased drastically. The great thing about the Lightbringer is it has good range, it ignores, well, walls and other things. Overall, if I get the set, I mostly use it, always. Light is just such a good thing in this game. Makes dodging so easy. Naturally, it would be better if I had preparation for perfection, because then I could just machine gun this bow. But nonetheless, this is a very easy fight. I love the set. If I can get my hands on it, I'm definitely using it. A storm is brewing for the Balestier. The weapon is Gwendolyn, a spear I like very much. Has good damage, gets 80% dash damage increase, and has a skill to call down lightning, which is very strong. And the electric feather. Shock damage is my favorite kind of, well, elemental affliction you can do in this game. It basically increases, well, the damage you do by reducing their defense, or rather, giving you additional damage. And well, if you combine them, you get an enhanced lightning skill. Instead of 1 bolt, you get 3 bolts. I love this set. Sadly, without attribute points, it's not showing its full strength. I got lucky with that extra dash count on the feather, but yeah, if I had more dashes, I could do a lot more damage. But oh well, I love the set. Whenever I get the feather, I mostly use it. And Gwendolyn I also use very often, so in my opinion, top tier set. It seems we are worthy. After all, this is the God of Thunder set, in which we are having the weapon as Mjolnir. It's not the greatest weapon by itself. As you can see, the attack range is rather short. Only good thing is to throw. But it has good attack, so there's that. Then we have Meteor for toughness, which means 4 less damage with each attack. Great item. Sadly, it just has that one option. And then we have Dungreed. Increases your attack speed by 25% when you have a one-handed weapon equipped. And altogether they give you chain lightning when attacking and some shock resistance. I have to say, Meteor and Dungreed are items I use pretty often, so if I find Mjolnir at the same time, it's always a downfall. It's a great set if you get it. You will see why. After all, it can shred enemies very easily, especially big and stationary ones. Just tank a little bit of damage. Well, I would say this set makes the mythology proud. Strong god, strong set. I love it. Everything has the end. and this set will ensure that it does end. We have the leashed blue. The weapon is the Aldrin's second scythe. High damage, decent attack speed, loses dash damage but has ignore defense. Pretty decent weapon. Or even good weapon. And it has a skill that allows to pull enemies in, making it very easy to hit a bunch of them with a single hit. For the accessory we have the Scroll of Dark Magic. Whenever you kill anything, a little bat is summoned, which homes into enemies and, well, damages them. And together they enhance the attract skill. Basically, instead of just once attracting, it attracts multiple times, and it hits the things that are getting attracted. The thing about this weapon is that the damage you do is normally tends to be very even. After all, it does have 31 points of damage. No min, no max. Just that even amount. Yeah, that skill is doing some good work for me. Even if I played very badly. This is not one of my favorite sets, mostly because the Scroll of Dark Magic is sadly not that useful. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Oh, it's just a meteor. Oh well, the next set is the Meteor Crash. The weapon is the heavy meteor fragment. It's, well, enough. There's nothing special about this weapon. It's a thrown projectile that you can auto-attack with. Explodes a little bit, so it can hit multiple enemies easier, but nothing special damage-wise or attack speed-wise. And then we have the Demon Hand. As you know from the Everyman set, I love this item. No further explanation needed. And well, I do now burn attacks and god power. No, 20 critical chance. I can't read. But there's one thing it doesn't say. It bursts into fragments. And these fragments can do damage. It's not much, but I think that should have been mentioned in that skill description or set description. Oh well, not my problem. Honestly, if I have set, I might use this weapon, but the weapon by itself, no. Definitely not. But as you can see, it can do some good damage. If you're lucky enough. Get all the fragments in. Activate the skill whenever possible. And yeah. The thing is, this set is pretty easy to get. So, when I grew up, I watched Saturday morning cartoons. And well, the thing that this set does is something I loved as a child to see. The set is called Nitro Punch. You make it from Nitro Gauntlets, which is, in my opinion, one of the worst legendary items. There are quite a few people that told me they like it, but I don't see the appeal. You charge it, and then you practically stay on your cursor for some time and damage things you hit. Then we have the Bomb Pouch. Also one of the worst items in my opinion. Leaves a bomb when dashing and gives you 2 points of defense. The Heart of the Cosmos is a much better version of this item. The bombs don't do much. You can't really place them that well. Really only good for enemies with a very easy movement pattern. Or stationary enemies. not good in my opinion. And then we have the magnet. Pulls gold in, and you get resistance to electric shocks. So it's alright, just not great. And well, if you have all three equipped, you fire the gauntlet instead of going flying with it. And you can have multiples, which makes the set pretty strong if you can get your hands on Preparation for Perfection. I like it more if I have the set. Just, I don't go out of the way to get the set. I'm pretty sure I have not once gotten the set by itself. A few times I've used it, I hunted for the items. There's the point that one of them is legendary, so unless you get it from your prayer, that's already, well, a fact against the set. And well, if you get it, you still need 2 items that are practically useless at the, what, 5th floor. Space is beautiful, and so is the set. The Power of Space is made of the Cosmos Sword, a very fine legendary weapon, decent attack speed, decent damage, bonuses against bosses, and bonuses to skill cooldown. And the Heart of the Cosmos, a very nice dash upgrade that can deal a lot of damage if you have enough dash. Well, enough dash amount available. Right now I'm capped at 2 dashes, so not that useful. Well, as you can see, that set doesn't do much, except it gives you a very powerful skill. When you activate it, you get 30 points of power, 30 points of defense, 20 points of critical chance, and 20 points of evasion. Depending on where in the game you are, that can be very strong. And your character looks beautiful. Well, and combined with the sword's inborn ability, well, I can just say this set is very strong, in my opinion. Get the right items, and well, you won't have problems with bosses. But, just as always, I don't have any stat point distributed, so its usefulness can't shine that much through. But you see how much damage it does if you have 2 dashes going on a boss. Overall, I love the set. This set is fit for royalty. After all, it's the Princess Dignity. We have the Rapier of Super Speed. It's a low damage, high attack speed weapon. Each time you hit, or each time you attack, you, well, hit more often. And it has a big boost to dash damage. As you can see, the attacks become more and more. And well, it has an ability that gives him practically a sure dodge and does some attacks. Then we have the Enviroc's Epaulette. Well, this is an accessory I like to use quite often. It gives power, defense, and you get an additional attack in form of a fireball. And once you have both of them, both items are practically upgraded. You shoot 3 fireballs instead of 1, and also your rapier does more attacks. Sadly, this set doesn't stand out by itself that much. You need attack speed buffs, things like true damage. That is where this set allows itself to shine. Doesn't mean that it's not strong by itself. As you can see, it can rip the boss to shreds very easily. But if I had 2 points of true damage or so, he would be dead already. After all, even a crit is just 10 points of damage. But I had the set quite a few times and I love to use it. And that was it for the item sets in Dungreed. You've seen all 44 sets that exist. I've given you my opinion a little bit about it. I had fun with the showcase, but it's time for something a little bit different. Tomorrow I'm going to do one last thing about, well, the item sets, as in I'm going to make a tier list. And after that, I'll go into speedrunning this game, so it's going to be random videos, practically, or random runs, with certain goals in mind. It can either be kill Belial as quickly as possible, or well, any boss. There are level runs, there are tutorial runs. And well, most of the time I'll probably upload 2 versions. One with commentary, one without, so depending on what you like more, you can take a look at the one you like. But with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this showcase. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next video. Bye!